Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Voices of Motivation Conversations that Inspire. I'm Smitha, and I'm so glad to have you join us for another meaningful discussion today. After celebrating our journey so far, today we are diving into a topic that's close to my heart, and that's self compassion. It's about learning to be kind to ourselves, especially in challenging times, and to guide us through this powerful concept. Here is my dear friend, Siona Xavier. Welcome, Siona. Welcome back.
Thank you so much, Smitha. It's always a joy to be here. Self compassion is a topic that resonates deeply with me because it's something so vital to our emotional and mental well being. Yet, it's also one of the hardest things to practice, and I'm truly excited to explore this with you and our listeners today.
Great. Siona, let's start with the basics. What does self compassion really mean and why it is so important?
So that's such a meaningful starting point, Smita. So at its core, self-compassion is about treating ourselves the way we would treat someone we deeply care for,
Yes.
with the same warmth and kindness and understanding. So it's a gentle reminder that being human means we are born to stumble, make mistakes, or face hardships. So instead of punishing ourselves for those moments, self compassion teaches us to offer ourselves the same love and grace we so easily give it to others. So it's not just about soothing pain, but also about creating a foundation of inner strength and acceptance that allows us to heal and thrive.
Yes, that's so beautifully put. But why do you think so many of us find it difficult to practice self compassion?
I think it's because we live in a world that often glorifies perfection and resilience. But true self compassion is an act of courage. It's choosing to face our struggles with kindness rather than criticism. So, when we deny ourselves compassion, we rob ourselves of the ability to grow and heal fully. So it's only when we embrace self compassion that we unlock our potential to rise above life's challenges.
Great. That's really an eye opening. So, how do we start practicing self compassion? Are there any specific steps or principles to follow this?
Absolutely, Smita. So there are three foundational pillars of self compassion that serve as a guide. So, firstly, self kindness. So, this means speaking to yourself in a gentle, encouraging way, just as you would comfort a dear friend.
Hmm.
So, instead of harsh criticism, you offer yourself words of support and care. Next comes common humanity. So, this is about recognizing that pain, struggles, and imperfections and knowing that they are universal. So, when we realize we are not alone in our challenges, it becomes easier to embrace our humanity. And thirdly, mindfulness. So, this involves being present with your emotions without judgment. It's about acknowledging what you feel without amplifying the pain or pushing it away. So, when these three elements come together, they create a transformative shift in how we perceive and respond to ourselves, especially during tough times.
Great. That's such a clear framework, Siona. And I especially love the idea of common humanity. It's a reminder that we are not isolated in our struggles.
Exactly, Smita. So often we carry our struggles in silence, believing we are the only ones facing them.
Yes.
But when we truly understand that challenges are part of the shared human experience, it softens the burden. It's a reminder that we don't have to be perfect to be worthy of love and kindness, especially from ourselves.
Great. Now, let's make this actionable for our listeners. So, what are some simple ways they can start practicing self compassion in their daily lives?
That's such an important question. So, here are a few practices that anyone can begin with. So, firstly, pause and breathe. So, when you feel overwhelmed, give yourself permission to pause. Take a deep breath, ground yourself in the moment, and remind yourself that it's okay to feel what you're feeling. Next, write yourself a letter. Think of how you would comfort a friend in your situation. Put
Yeah.
those words down in a paper to yourself. Write yourself that letter. Reading it back can feel like hearing a voice of support when you need it the most. And thirdly, practice self talk. So start small by replacing self critical thoughts with compassionate affirmations like I'm trying my best or I deserve kindness and understanding. So it's about making tiny, consistent shifts in how we speak to and treat ourselves.
Great.
Over time, these practices become second nature and they change the way we relate to ourselves.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you, Siona. And now it's time for our favorite segment, rapid fire inspirations. So, are you ready to go ahead?
I'm ready, Smita. Let's get started.
All right. So, first word, kindness.
So, kindness is strength. It's that quiet power that changes everything.
Great. Second word is healing.
Healing is freedom, the freedom to move forward without the weight of the past.
Great. Third, final would be the growth.
Growth is resilience.
Hmm.
It's the courage to rise, adapt, and bloom through life's storms.
Beautiful answers as always, Siona. I hope our listeners feel as inspired as I do. So, before we close, we would love to hear your thoughts on today's episode. What does self compassion mean to you, and how do you practice it in your daily life? So, share your insights in the comments below, and we would love to learn from you.
Absolutely. And remember, self compassion isn't just a concept, it's a way of life. It takes time to and patience to practice, but every small step towards treating yourself with kindness is a step towards transformation. So embrace the journey and let it unfold at its own pace.
Great, great. Thank you, Siona, and thank you to everyone watching. If today's conversation resonated with you, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Voices of Motivation. Until next time, stay inspired and stay kind to yourself.